Good morning. Hello. Can you listen me? Shravan. All of you can listen me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's good. Good morning. Now we are there in the unit number 5 for our subject. The unit number 5 that basically divided into the two parts. The first half part is there which is related to the cooling load calculations. The problems which are related to the cooling load calculations that we have discussed in the previous two sessions, two lectures. And the remaining half part for unit number 5 is there for the design of the ducts. So some of the theoretical concepts which are of importance for the duct design, those were discussed in the previous sessions conducted by Chaudhary sir. And one video lecture that was uploaded on YouTube, and the link for that was provided to you all on your group last evening. And I insisted that you please go through that video lecture so that it would be beneficial to solve some of the problems for the duct design. Along with the problem statements, I have also posted today some of the formulas or the equations which can be used to solve numericals which are related for the duct design. So I hope that you might have gone through the YouTube video lecture for the duct design, which covered the fundamentals, theoretical aspects, as well as some formulas, and what that was made available today morning on your group. You also went through the formula and the problem statement. So as far as the today's lecture is concerned, we will be dealing with the mathematical treatment for the duct design. Some elementary problems, some simple numericals which are related for the duct design that we are going to solve in the today's lecture. I hope that you might have written the problem statement in your notebook. I will start with the statement number 1. Okay. Let me read the statement. The aspect ratio of a rectangle duct is aspect ratio is one of the important geometrical parameter in the design of the duct. And its equivalent duct diameter is that is 100 millimeter 10 centimeter. The ratio of the longer side of the rectangular duct to the diameter of the circular duct. Relation between two dimensions are given. One dimension for the rectangular duct, another dimension for the circular duct. The ratio of the longer side of the rectangular duct to the diameter of the circular duct is 2.7, 2.6, 2.6. Then you have to find out the shorter side of the duct. Shorter side of the duct is the shorter side of a rectangular duct that we have to find out. Further, it is stated that assume that friction loss and the flow through both the ducts is same. So loss of air due to the friction which takes place is same in rectangular duct as well as circular duct. That is condition it is given. And second condition that is mentioned was nothing but the flow through both the ducts is same. It means that the discharge of the air, the volumetric flow rate of the air which takes place through rectangular duct as well as circular duct is same. Now these are the conditions which are given to us. So let us say that we are having a rectangular duct. Is given as the dimension and the shorter side is having the dimension b. With these given dimensions of the longer and shorter sides respectively. And there is an equivalent circular duct. of a circular duct. Let us say the diameter of the circular duct is given as capital D. Aspect ratio for the rectangular duct. So aspect ratio. That is nothing the ratio of the longer side of the rectangular duct to the shorter side of the rectangular duct. That is A by B. So this A by B that is given as 7. And the duct diameter this D it is given as 100 millimeter. So that is equal to 10 centimeter. In the second paragraph, the ratio of the longer side of the rectangular duct to the diameter. The ratio of the longer side of the duct is nothing but longer side of the duct is A. Ratio of the longer side of the duct of the rectangular duct to the diameter of the circular duct. So A by D, A longer side of the rectangular duct and diameter of the circular duct. This ratio A by D is 2.6. Shorter side of the rectangular duct. So shorter side is nothing but the dimension B that we have to find out. And it is mentioned that the friction loss is same and flow through both the ducts is same. Now, for the flow through both the ducts same, both duct is same. Will bring essentially the two conditions, out of which one condition is that the flow through both the duct is same. The second condition that will be the velocity of their passing through both the ducts will be same. So any one of this condition constant that would be mentioned to us. So here it is mentioned that the flow through both the duct is same. So if this is there, then the equivalent diameter is given as equal to 1.265 into the bracket A cube B cube divided by A plus B bracket raised to 1 by 5. So this is the equation used to calculate the equivalent diameter of the circular duct when flow through both the duct is same. The distance passing through both the duct is same. So 10 that is equal to 1.5 into A. So A is the relation between A and B that is known. So A equal to 7 times B. Okay? A equal to 7 times the B. So I can write down here. Instead of A, it is the 7B bracket Q. A into B cube divided by A. So that is nothing but again 7 times the B plus B as it is. Bracket raised to 1 by 5. So only unknown being the shorter side of the rectangular duct that we have to find out. This equation is nothing but small b. So make the necessary calculations and find out the value for the small b, shorter side of the rectangular duct. Make the suitable calculations. After making the calculations, we can find out the size of the shorter side of the rectangular duct. That nearly comes equal to 3.73 centimeter. That is the required answer. Shorter side of the rectangular duct that comes nearly equal to 3.73 centimeters, 37.3 millimeters. Very simple problem. Typically a problem for the 2 marks. Okay, 2 to 3 marks would be the normal weightage for such simple straightforward problem. To begin with the numericals, very simple one initially. I hope this problem can be easily understood, provided you know the equation for the equivalent diameter of the duct for the given condition. This is very important. The condition should be known to us, and the equation to calculate the equivalent diameter that must be known to us. I hope this problem is done. Let us move for the second problem. I will read the statement of the problem first. A 12-meter long duct passes the air at the rate of 1.2 meter cube per second. So length of the duct is given 12 meter, and the air flow rate meter cube per second it is given, volumetric flow rate. Or in other words, it is nothing but the discharge of the air through the duct 1.2 meter cube per second. If the friction factor is 0.0048, calculate the pressure drop in the following cases. You have to find out the pressure drop in two different arrangements. The first arrangement is when the duct is circular of diameter 280 millimeter. Initially, it is a circular duct having the diameter 280 millimeter. Second arrangement, when the duct is 280 millimeter square section. So instead of the rectangular, it is nothing but square. Square duct is used in the second arrangement. So when I have to find out the pressure loss which is taking place in this duct for the two different cross sections. One is nothing but the circular, and second cross section is nothing but the square cross section. Okay, so let us start with the problem. I will erase this part. So let us say initially the circular duct is given to us. Let us say circular duct is given to us. The given data that is there with us, the length of the duct L, capital L, that is 12 meter, and discharge through the duct Q, 1.2 meter cube per second. Friction factor small f 0.0048, a dimensionless term. Friction factor is the dimensionless term. We have to find out the pressure drop. So that is nothing but the PF, the pressure drop which takes place due to the friction, PF. Initially, when the duct is circular, okay, so the diameter of the duct is given as 280 millimeter, or that is 0.28 meter. Okay. For the case number 1, we'll initially solve the problem when the duct diameter is given, circular duct is used. So we know that the pressure drop due to friction in the duct is given by the equation, that is PF equal to F into L divided by M into V divided by 4.04 bracket square. Okay, this is the equation formula used to calculate the pressure drop due to friction in the duct. PF. F, that is friction factor given. L, length of the duct, that is given. M is nothing but the geometrical term that is known as the hydraulic mean radius. That is known as the hydraulic mean radius, which is nothing but the ratio of cross-section area of the duct to the weighted perimeter. Okay, M is the hydraulic mean diameter, ratio of cross-section area to the weighted perimeter. Okay. So as it being say the circular duct, so we are having this area pi by 4 d square and perimeter that is nothing but the pi d. So we will have this M equal to d by 4 for the circular duct. Okay. Then V is nothing but the mean velocity of the air passing through the duct in meter per second. V is the velocity in meter per second. So we can first find out this M. So the diameter is 0.28 meter divided by 4. So hydraulic mean radius comes equal to 0.07 meter. Okay. D by 4. So diameter is given 0.28 meter. 0.28 divided by 4, 0.07 meters. Then the discharge is given to us, this Q. So we know that this discharge Q equal to area into velocity. Q equal to A into V. So discharge 1.2 meter cube per second, area that is pi by 4 into d square. Okay. Area pi by 4 d square. Velocity that we have to find out. So make the calculations.
19.48.
How much it is?
19.48.
90.48.
8 meter per second. So that is the mean velocity of the air passing through the duct in meter per second. So now it is very easy to find out this PF. F 0.0048 into L length 12 meter divided by M 0.07 into V 19.48 divided by 4.04
19.13.
and bracket square
19.13.
19.13. So it comes equal to 19.13, and the unit for this pressure drop is millimeter of water. Okay, you have to mention the unit as well. Don't forget to write down the unit for the pressure loss which takes place due to friction. It is of the order of 19.13 millimeter of water. So that is the first part when the circular duct is given to us, whose diameter is 280 millimeter, 0.28 meter. Now in the similar way, calculate for the second configuration where the duct is a square. Okay, each side of the duct is 280 millimeter. So in the case number 2, what I will do, I will erase this one. Okay, I hope that these calculations are done. PF equal to 19.13 millimeter of water for the circular duct. I will erase this as well. Now in the second case, it is a square duct that is given to us. Square duct is given. Both the sides are same, A and B. Side A that is equal to the side B. So case number 2 for the square duct, A equal to B, that is 280 millimeter, 0.28 meter. 0.28 meter. And then to find out the M, the formula will remain the same. Okay, the pressure drop due to friction, that formula will remain the same for square duct as well, for rectangular duct as well. Let us calculate this M, hydraulic mean radius. So that is nothing but the area divided by the weighted perimeter. So area is nothing but the A into B cross section area, weighted perimeter 2 times A plus B. So put the numbers here.
0.07.
So it remains the same, 0.07 meter. Weighted perimeter in the circular case was also same, 0.07 meter. Now we need to find out the velocity, Q equal to area into velocity. Discharge remains the same, 1.2 meter cube per second. Area, so 0.28 into 0.28 square duct into velocity. The velocity V. So that many meter per second again.
15.31.
15.31 meter per second is the mean velocity when the square duct is used. So we'll go to this formula PF. F will remain the same, 0.0048. L remains the same, that is 12 meter. M 0.07 into the bracket. Velocity 15.31 divided by 4.04 bracket square.
11.81.
How much it is?
11.81.
11.81. Again, it is millimeter of water. In the earlier case, it was somewhere near equal to 19.13, 19.14. Here it is 11.81 millimeter of water. In either of the cases, PF was supposed to be calculated. Pressure loss, which occurs essentially due to friction. Now we'll take the last problem for the today's session. I will erase this. I'll read the statement first for the next problem. A duct of a rectangular cross section 600 millimeter by 400 millimeter carries 90 meter cube per minute, 90 meter cube per minute of air having the density of 1.2 kg per meter cube. Dimensions of the rectangular duct are given, longer side, shorter side. Then the discharge volumetric flow rate 90 meter cube per minute. Density of the air rho 1.2 kg per meter cube. Determine the equivalent diameter of the circular duct for the two conditions. You have to find out the equivalent diameter of the circular duct. Initially, the case mentioned is when the quantity of the air carried in both the cases is same. In both the cases, it means that if the rectangular duct is used and if the circular duct is used. So in both of these arrangements, the same quantity of the air is passing. The discharge passing through both the cross sections remain the same, rectangular as well as the circular one, case number 1. In the second case, when the velocity of the air in both the cases is same, so V, so mean velocity of the air passing through the rectangular duct is equal to the mean velocity of the air passing through the circular duct. So to calculate the equivalent diameter of the duct, the two conditions are normally there. One, when the discharge passing through both the cases is same, both the cross sections is same. In second case, the velocity of the air passing through both the sections are same. So we are with the two different equations to calculate the equivalent diameter for both the cases. Further, it is mentioned that assume friction factor equal to 0.011, and in the last line of the problem, find pressure loss per 100 meter length of the duct. So length of the duct is also given to us. So let us start with the solution of this problem. This is what the rectangular duct that is given to us. Okay. Longer side A and shorter side is B. So A that is equal to 600 millimeter, 0.6 meter. Shorter side B 400 millimeter, 0.4 meter. The discharge is given 90 meter cube per minute. Density of the air rho A. Rho A is the main density of the air, 1.2, or mass density of the air, 1.2 kg per meter cube. So find the equivalent diameter, capital D. If the instead of rectangular duct, circular duct would have been used, then what would have been the diameter of that circular duct? Okay, what would have been the diameter of the circular duct, that we have to find out. For the case number 1, what is case number 1? Quantity of the air is same. Quantity of air is same. Means discharge passing through the rectangular and circular section would have been same. Then in the just today's first problem that we will see, the equivalent diameter for this condition is given as 1.265 into the bracket A cube B cube divided by A plus B bracket raised to 1 by 5. Okay, that is the formula we have. Additional information that also I forget here. In the latter part of the problem, it is mentioned that assume friction factor 0.011, it is mentioned, and it is also suggested to find out the pressure loss per 100 meter length of the duct. So PF that we have to find out, provided the length is nothing but 100 meter. So first thing is very easy. A and B both dimensions are given to us. Longer side of the rectangular duct, shorter side of the rectangular duct, both are given. So just put the numbers here and get the equivalent diameter.
0.537.
So that is coming nearly equal to 0. I get to around 0.537 meter. So equivalent diameter of the circular duct, that comes nearly equal to 0.537 meter when the quantity of the air is same. And second condition, if velocity of air in both the cases is same. Okay, velocity of air is same. The first condition was the quantity discharged was same in both the cases. Second, the velocity of the air passing through the rectangular circular duct is same. So for this, the equation for the equivalent diameter D, that is very simple. 2AB divided by A plus B. Very simple equation to remember. So just put the numbers for the A and B, 0.6, 0.4, and get the diameter D.
0.48.
0.48 meter.
0.48.
Yes, 0.48 meter. So the first part of the problem that we have to calculate the equivalent diameter when flow rate is same, quantity in both the duct is same, and when velocity in both the duct is same. Now in the second part, we have to calculate this PF. We have to calculate the PF. I will erase this part now. I will write down one more equation for the PF. Okay, the earlier equation that we have used, I will write down one more equation. By this equation as well, the PF can be determined. You should be conversant with both the formulas to calculate the PF. The first formula that we were using earlier problem. Then in this problem, I will write down the another formula to calculate the PF. So that is given as F into L divided by M. This part is same. A into V square divided by 2. Further, the density is also given to us, rho A, which is multiplied by the rho A. This is the different formula, another formula used to calculate the PF. F into L divided by M into V square rho A divided by 2. F is the friction factor, L is the length, V, that is nothing but the velocity of the air in meter per second, rho A, mass density of the air, M, that is nothing but the hydraulic mean radius. So F is given to us, L is given to us, rho A is given to us. We have to find out the V. So that is Q equal to area into velocity. So discharge, that is given as 90 meter cube per minute. So 90 divided by 60 to get that in meter cube per second. 90 divided by 60, and it is a rectangular duct. So area 0.6 into 0.4 into velocity V. That is the velocity in meter per second.
Six point two five.
Velocity is 6.25 meter per second. The velocity of the air that comes equal to 6.21 meter per second. So velocity is determined. We have to find out this M, hydraulic mean radius. So that is nothing but the cross-section area divided by the weighted perimeter. Cross-section area, that is A into B divided by weighted perimeter, 2 times P plus B. Find out this value of N. A and B both are 0.6, 0.4 meter respectively.
.08.
How much it is? M equal to
0.12.
0.12.
0.12.
0.12.
So hydraulic mean radius M is equal to 0.12 meter. Now this is what that we have to find out. The pressure loss due to friction. So Friction factor F, that is given as 0.011. Length 100 meter. Velocity we have calculated 6.25. That is velocity square into rho A, density 1.2 divided by M 0.12 into 2. So we will get the PF. So this PF is obtained in Newton per meter square. This frictional pressure loss or pressure drop is obtained in Newton per meter square.
214.84.
214.8.
14.84.
84 Newton per meter square. We need to convert this in millimeter of water. This pressure drop that we normally express in millimeter of the water. So we have to convert this into millimeter of water. Okay. So 1 Newton per meter square. Okay, 1 Newton per meter square, that is equal to 1 divided by 9.81 millimeter of water. So this conversion you should know. This equivalence you should know. 1 Newton per meter square, that is equal to 1 by 9.81 millimeter of water. So we can obtain this PF equal to this 214.84 divided by 9.81. Get it converted in millimeter of water.
21.9.
21.90.
21.9.
So 21.9 millimeter of